Best CPU for GTX 1660 Super. NVIDIA is the only name for choosing the best graphics card's performance and classy design in one spot. The brand's GTX 16 series is an all-time famous GPU stack powered by the NVIDIA Turing architecture used in the RTX 20 series stack. Remember, there is no support for hardware-accelerated ray tracing and DLSS image enhancements since there are no RT and tensor cores. If we take the GeForce GTX 1660 Super out of stock, it uses 12nm TU116 graphics units with 6GB GDDR6 type memory with 14 gigabits per second memory speed and 336 GB per second bandwidth based on a 192-bit memory bus. Overall, it is pretty much everything that you may need to tackle current-era games and software. At the same time, you need the best CPU for GTX 1660 Super, especially for gaming, content creation purposes, 3D rendering, or other graphics-intensive workloads. Moreover, a potent combination of CPU and GPU is the only way to get impressive in-game graphics. Since the RTX 1660 Super can provide 1080p and average 1440p resolution graphics, you don't like to suppress its capabilities by putting an uneven graphics card. Therefore, we have sculpted this whole article after spending hours researching deeply about the topic. Top 3 products. 1. AMD Ryzen 9 3900X. 2. Intel Core i5-10600K. 3. AMD Ryzen 5 5600X. AMD Ryzen 9 3900X. Specifications. Brand, AMD, Series/Family, AMD Ryzen 9 desktop processors, lithography, 7nm, cores, 12, threads, 24, cache, 768 KB L1, 6 MB L2, 64 MB L3, multi-threading, yes, unlocked multiplier, yes, integrated graphics, no, socket, AMD AM4, base clock, 3.8 GHz, boost clock, 4.6 GHz, rated TDP, 105W, bundled cooler, Wraith Prism with RGB LED. I think the best processors are the ones that carry mind-blowing performance but at a reasonable price. If you agree with this statement, the AMD Ryzen 9 3900X is the best overall CPU for GTX 1660 Super since it's the best performance-to-price chip. Team Red has given strong competition to Intel processors with an excellent multi-core hierarchy for the best PC gaming experience. If we compare it with the Intel Core i9 9900K, it leads in multi-threading by 25% to 40% plus in multi-core gains, but lags in single-core performance. Pros. Excellent performance. Beats Core i9 9900K in core count. 70 MB game cache. PCIe 4.0 support. Cooling fan included. Cons. Lags in single-core performance. No integrated graphics. Intel Core i5-10600K. Specifications. Series/Family, 10th generation Intel Core i5 processors, lithography, 14nm, cores, 6, threads, 12, cache, 12 MB Intel Smart Cache, hyper-threading, yes, unlocked multiplier, yes, integrated graphics, Intel UHD Graphics 630, socket, LGA 1200, base clock, 4.1 GHz, boost clock, 4.8 GHz, rated TDP, 95W, bundled cooler, no. Intel has replaced its previous Coffee Lake processors lineup with the Comet Lake series, but we can find a lot of similarities between both lineups. The Intel Core i5-10600K is from Comet Lake but is still fabricated on a 14nm process. Intel has won numerous titles in gaming with AMD beating performance via its flagships like Core i9-10900K and i7-10700K, plus this i5-10600K will do the same, according to the brand. Interestingly, it holds its position against the Ryzen 5 3600X and 7 3700X in terms of good gaming performance. Pros: outstanding gaming performance, decent overclocking headroom, best value than i7 and i9 variants, good thermal performance. Cons: no bundled cooler, lacks PCIe 4.0 support. AMD Ryzen 5 5600X. Specifications: brand, AMD, series/family, AMD Ryzen 5 desktop processors, lithography, 7 nm, cores, 6, threads, 12, cache, 3 MB L2, 32 MB L3, multi-threading, yes, unlocked multiplier, yes, integrated graphics, no, socket, AMD AM4, base clock, 3.7 GHz, boost clock, 4.6 GHz, rated TDP, 65W, bundled cooler, Wraith Stealth cooling solution. Not only does Intel have some affordable options, but AMD also has a lot of chips to give its customers packed with awesome performance. One such option from Team Red is the AMD Ryzen 5 5600X, comprising a lot packed in a single chip. It gives strong competition to the Intel processors, especially in running single-core and multi-threading performance-required software. Moreover, this is the best budget AM4 CPU for GTX 1660 Super because it's not only available at an affordable price but also provides competitive performance. Pros: affordable, decent overclocking, PCIe 4.0 and DDR4 support, bundled cooler included, easy to cool. Cons: no integrated graphics,